Hey Flosstube, it's Lisa Smith, Kindred Stitcher. Today is March 7th. Pretty sure it's 7th. It's Saturday. It's market day. In case you didn't know, Nashville Needlework Market is going on, and I was up sewing and watching videos and Instagram stories because I worked all day yesterday, and I came home and worked for a while in the evening before I finally got my sewing machine out and worked on some project bags. But thank you to all the designers and all the stores, the shops, everyone who's at Nashville Needlework Market and is engaging with us, the audience. I appreciate it, and I love it. So thank you very much. It's a little chilly today. I left some curl in my hair today. So I think I've told you in the past that I press I use a flat iron, a professional flat iron, because my hair is a little coarse and it's pretty curly and it's very thick. So when I straighten my hair, I have to, put it up in a clip and do a little bit at a time. So I got to the end and I had some curl. And I thought, well, I'll just show you what my curl looks like, because I don't know in any video that I've produced to date if I have ever shown you what my hair looks like in the natural habitat in the wild. But so I want to let's see, I can't remember what I showed you last time, so I'm going to show you what I've been working on. I've got some new starts. I've had a bad case of startitis, and I want to stitch everything. I just want to, and I blame it on the market mania, the hype, the excitement, the craziness that comes with the Nashville Needlework Market. So I started some things, and I started 2 things for Long Dog Leap Year SAL, hosted by Erin, to Martine Stitcher. Hi, Erin. And so I'll show you that. And I'll show you a little bit of haul, because I always have haul. So first, let's talk about who won the giveaway last time. If you remember, I had this one, The Voice of the Shepherd by Told in the Garden, and the winner of that was Leslie Shucker. And Leslie, I commented on your comment in my last video, but I will put my email address in the box below, so please email me. The second one was Leona's Sewing Box by Blackbird Designs. We had several people say they hadn't seen it before, but even more people say, how many relatives have the name Leona? Grandmothers, aunts, mothers. Leona's a very popular name. And I have a friend growing up, her name was Leona. The winner of the sewing box is Patrice Dodd. And Patrice, I put a comment on your comment in my last video also. Please check the email below and send me your address via email. And then I had the Snowman project bag. Isn't that just so cute? Project bag, and the Bendy Stitchy exclusive kit. Michelle, she's at market right now. She's doing a great job. It comes with the finishing item, and it comes with pattern, which you can't see in the kit items. The winner of that was Sheila Burton, and I've seen Sheila around for quite a while. So Sheila, congratulations. I also commented on your comment and left you a note. And I just saw this one, Antique Collection by Permanent of Copenhagen. I didn't write down who won that, so I'm going to pause, figure it out, and come back to you in just a second. Well, so the winner of the Antique Collection by Permanent of Copenhagen is Rebecca Ray, R-H-E-A. So Rebecca, I put a comment under your name, please, on my last video, and I also put my email address below, so please email me your address. So thank you all for participating. There were a ton of comments, and I particularly enjoyed the way you strung several of the words together to come up with a sentence. Very creative. I kind of chuckled. So thanks for all your participation. I did just kick over 6,000. Sometimes when you have a YouTube video, and it might feel like over the course of some videos that it takes a while for subscribers to join. And I don't really know the logarithm. I don't do anything to like promote. I don't put links. I probably could do a lot more, and I don't, because I really just care about stitching and meeting with y'all. But I find that I lost my train of thought. So I'll drink a cup of sip of coffee and see if I can remember it. I'm gonna have to go back and look. Something about shoot, I can't remember. I'm gonna sit back and we'll have a moment of silence while I try and remember what I was talking about. You know what? This happens in real life too sometimes. It's embarrassing. My brain works like this. It's like a ball of yarn. Some people's are really evenly woven, and mine is just like a rat's nest and going in 6,000 different directions. So I easily have squirrel moments. Oh, I know what I was talking about. I just could look at my notes. There we go. My 6,000 subscriber list. So sometimes things shoot off and all of a sudden you get a bunch of subscribers. You know, I don't know why. I have no idea. But I'm over 6,000 and I thought I would do another giveaway. And so because market is in full swing, full force, I thought I would buy you a pattern of your choice. Whatever one you want. Just one pattern. And so if you are in love with something from market this time, by the way, I'm sharing my love, but I am feeding the machine. I have my haul from market's going to be amazing and embarrassing. So what I would like for this next video, for this video, is go ahead and tell me, and the word will be market, okay, what your favorite pattern is from market. And I will draw a winner the next video, and I'll buy you your favorite pattern from market. Isn't that fun? And I know you're like, I already bought some stuff. There's pre-orders, but oh my goodness, right? All the things that I've seen that I've already pre-ordered, there are twice as many that I haven't seen or haven't ordered yet. I'm sure you feel the same way. All right, that's it for giveaways. Let's talk about stitching. Let's take a look at what we've been doing. Actually, you know what? I'm going to wait for just a second. I'm going to talk about some shout outs first. Just a handful. The first one is my girl Donna, and she is live from the She Shack. I met Donna at the Midwest Cross Stitch Retreat. I think the first one I went to. She's been to all of them. And I didn't go to the very first fall one, but I went to the May one, and then have gone to each one after that, fall and spring. Well, this spring of 2019, Lori, textilist, and I did we call it the Grand Tour, where we went to the Dying to Stitch retreat. And then we flew to Wisconsin and we went to Country Sampler in Spring Green, Wisconsin. And we met Donna and Jean, and Lori and I stayed a few days in the apartment above the store. And because it was in the week, during the middle of the week in like April or May, there was not much traffic. They're busy. They get a lot of phone calls, but foot traffic, they had some people, but we had the pleasure of being able to just go down and shop, buy stuff, look at things, come back, eat great food. And we spent 3 days together, and it was amazing. It was amazing. And then we went after that to the Midwest retreat the following weekend. So we had a great week, and it was awesome to spend more one-on-one time with Donna. She is also a Mira. She loves to stitch Miras, so she's my Mira sister. But go watch her Flosstube. She is hilarious in real life, and I just love her. So she is live from the She Shack, and I'll link her below. The next one is Kelly Stodola. Now, Kelly and Mama Joan used to do a video together, and they have their own channels now. Kelly just put a video out yesterday, and her channel name is That's So Kelly Co. So what I love is that Kelly, as an artist, is creating more things that go with stitching. Like, she's a graphic designer, so she made sweatshirts that she is producing, and just she has Bitsy Bobs, which she's famous for, but also she has other things that she's making and developing. And it seems like that is one of the primary differences for me personally, coming back to stitching now than when I stitched in the past. There's like this cottage industry where there's thread keeps, and there's needle minders, and there's fabric, hand-dyed fabrics, there's all these things, and it's just even blossoming more. So check out Kelly. So the third one is Anna from Stitch Roadie. I die watching her. She is hilarious. Anna is a beautiful soul. She's in, I think, Arizona. She winters in Arizona, and she comes back up, but she is so easy to listen to, and she's funny. She's so funny, and she is truly genuinely who she is. So I really like listening to Anna. So Stitch Roadie, and she has a quilt channel also, Quilt Roadie. The next one is Socks for Mom, which is Becky. Becky makes bags, or has made bags, and she's had some health issues, so she's sort of dialed that back a little bit, because sewing in a machine, if you have a neck injury, is very difficult for a sustained period of time. But she also makes scissor fobs and thread keep little pieces of jewelry. If you watch Brenda and Laura from Brenda's Sampler Stitcher and the Serial Starter, Brenda and the Serial Starter, I guess that's her channel name. I don't know why I forget these things when I start shooting a video. I should know it. I'll link them below too. They talk about, it's like a law, you have to have one of those on your thread keep. Well, you choose if you want to. But the little things that go with it, I mean, we're just supporting the needlework industry. So check out Becky's. She sells on Etsy, and she has, I just bought a couple. They haven't come in yet. She has some thread, I guess you would call it a scissor fob, thread keep. I don't know. I call it stitching jewelry in her Etsy store. And they're adorable. So I know that Michelle, Farm Girl Stitcher, she did a tutorial on how to make those too, which I have not started because, you guys, did you see my craft room? Like, I've got so much stuff to do. So I buy from y'all. Then the next one is, oh, my girl Lori. Lori Textilist is starting to pick up her video production a little more. Lori just retired, and she's selling her home in Washington and moving to her home in Oregon. That was always her retirement plan. And Lori she has a long arm quilt machine like Carol Sawblock Stitcher does, right? So Lori is an amazing quilter. She really is. She has a talent for it. She has a great eye for color. We have similar tastes in some respects, but different tastes in others. And so it's always fun to shop with Lori. She is probably one of my biggest enablers. And I just love being around her. So check out Textilist. Watch Lori. She has a couple of whip parades that she recently produced. So, all right. So on to stitching. Those are my shout outs for today for stitching. If you have a YouTube channel that you want me to watch, leave me a note, because even though I don't always have time to comment on comments, I read them all, and I like them all too. So yeah, I'm glad to always review, watch new stitchers. I think I follow like 400 stitchers, 400, 500, somewhere in there, Flosstube channels. So since last time, I will, let me move some of this stuff out of the way here. I don't remember if since my last video I had continued to work on my Modern Folk Embroidery Forget-Me-Not sampler. I house it in I call it my Downton Abbey bag. Isn't that fabric amazing? And now I started putting these little tags on these cute little, I think they call those gourd pins. I love putting them on smalls. Um, and then it's got this awesome blue inside. Love it. It's one of my favorite bags ever. But this is where I am on this honkin' piece of autumn gold. I think I might have stitched a little bit on the top. I don't remember. This is pretty good sized. I'm stitching this on Lakeside Linens 40 count autumn gold, which is a double dye. I'm stitching it with Silks for You, and it's a beautiful navy color. I'll put the color number. People ask me, and then I have to go back in my purchase history and figure out which color it is, but this is just like, it's so pretty. Such pretty thread. So this is where I am. I will bring this back out and work on this. I'm working across the top and down the side, and then I'll fill in the rest of it because I'm off a couple stitches in the middle there. So I'm going to have to fudge it. I did pretty well until the very end. The last time I was stitching on it, and I realized I was off. I don't have time to figure out where it is or unpick anything at this point. So I did that. I also started, and Becky from Socks for Mom and I, Socks for Mum, very British, Mom and I, have been stitching on Susan Rambo. This is by Crosspoint Designs. Is it Crosspoint? Yeah, Crosspoint Designs. This was originally released in a magazine. I think it was Sampler and Antique Quarterly. And then it's been released as a pattern you can buy online. This is still in print. And I was stitching on this. And I'm stitching it on 40 count Fresco by Picture This Plus. This is as far as I have stitched. That little, I don't know what that thing is. You got the strawberries and the cow, and then the chupacabra. I don't know what it is, but it's hilarious and I love it. And I'm stitching it with the NPI silks. So there we go. You can see all the reds and the pinks and the greens. It's just gorgeous. And I was stitching on that, and I really would have finished the grass had I not run into the Long Dog Leap Year. The Long Dog Leap Year SAL. Leap Day or Leap Year. I'll put it here. I don't remember. I have to look. It's the one hosted by Aaron 2 Martini Stitcher. And I started 2 projects. And I would have started a third, but that day, my husband and I went and bought a car. And we buy cars, I'm telling you, I've had my car for 10 years. And it has 200,000 miles on it. So the way we do it is we don't pay car payments. We save the money and we pay cash for a car. You pay less money that way. But you got to be willing to, drive a car for 10 years. But I have a Honda. It's a 2007 Honda. It's got leather. It's V6. It's straight, clean, beautiful car. We were going to sell it outright ourselves. We didn't trade it in. But my husband's been driving it on errands because we have a truck also. And he's like, I really like that little car. He says, I could save some gas mileage if I just drive that little car around town doing errands. I'm like, we keep it. I don't care. We just got to put insurance on it. So we probably keep that car. Plus, it's nice to have a backup in case one of the kids' cars breaks down. Now, my kids, they drive auction cars. And like we'll pay $700, $1,000 for a wholesale auction car. And at first they're excited, but then there's some complaining and moaning because there's a dent in the door or they don't like something about it. And I finally just said, the only thing worse than an ugly car is no car. So you choose. Which would you like, the ugly car or no car? Because I'm not buying you a new car, number one. I'm not buying you even a beautiful used car because your new drivers, well, now they're in their 20s, but I'm not all about that. If you want a fancy car, when you get out of college, you can go buy one. But right now, you get what I buy. So I started for a long dog. That was a rant. Long Dog Leap Day or Year SAL is life after death. I didn't get to this. My whole point with that was I didn't get to this until really like 11:30 at night, we didn't get home till 9, and I was working on a lot. I was trying to get things up, get my stuff ready, and this is where I am. So I'm going to hold just a little bit of a slant because you can see better that there is purples and blues and kind of tealish colors in this. And this is so much fun to stitch. Here is the thread. This also is for Silks for You. And I will give you this, the number of this color as well. So Silks for You doesn't name their stuff. It's just numbers. But I love the variegation in this and the multicolor. It's so much fun to stitch with. And I could have kept stitching on this for a long time and never been bored because the pattern has all the things in it. And so much fun. Really liked it. There's that one. And then I love 40 count fresco from Picture This Plus. It's a beautiful, beautiful color. I loved it so much so that on the other end, I started another one. And this is not, this isn't a long dog, but this one I showed you before. Summer Stitch Works, The Gift Keeps Giving. And I started this one. My plan, you know how plans are. My plan was to stitch this sampler with this thread and the box piece star with the red. When I started stitching this on here, it was not dark enough, but what I did is I used both of them. The lighter pinkish red is Worn Brick Path by Silken Colors. And the red is Classic Colorworks Belswa Cranberry. So here is where I am, and I love stitching this. My needle's hanging out there. I'll push it back through so it doesn't show. The colors are just fabulous on this. And it's going to be a quick stitch. So what I plan to do is where my initials are, I'm going to stitch them in the pink and all the rest of the letters will be in the red. So I worked on that. Like I said, new start-itis, right? And the other long dog start, and this is the tiniest of starts, is quilts. This one, I blame this on Julie from Reflections Framing and Stitching because I think she showed a couple of her customers who were working on this, and she showed the fabric, and I loved it. So let me see if I can find my 12 stitches that I put in. Where are they? Oh yeah, here they are. Truly. No, there they are. There may not even be 12. It looks like there's about 8 stitches. This color fabric, this is, please, Weeks Linen 46 count mocha on Zweigart base. And the color is fantastic. Fantastic. It's a little bit, it's washing out a little bit. If I come a little closer, it might be better. Anyway, very rich and warm. So I'm going to enjoy stitching that for sure. I think that's it for whips. I'm surprised I've done anything, quite frankly, with as busy as we've been at work and everywhere else. So I'm stitching today. What am I doing? I'm making project bags, and I am infatuated with red, pink, and green. So I'm stitching a lot of red bags, and these are the laundry basket quilts fabric. If you are watching my Instagram channel, Kindred Stitcher Designs, you'll see that I have posted bags, sold bags under the red, under the green colorway, a couple of different fabrics, and then under the blue and teal and aqua colorways. So now I'm to the reds and pinks. I have this one. This is gorgeous too. And I have this. I have sold some of these bags. I love this feathery fabric. It sort of reminds me of tapestry. And this one has a couple different zipper colors too. So I'm working on some more red ones. Oh, here, I'll show you what it is. Hold please as I reach across. Do you want to see them? Of course you do. And I'll show you how in a minute. So here's the red. Isn't that gorgeous? And this is the inside fabric. Try not to drop everything. Here's the inside fabric. And this one will go quickly. I have some of these, but I have some more I can make. There's this fabric. And this is the inside. So that's what I'm working on today, along with watching Market Mania Instagram clips. So I'm going to show you some haul and then we'll wrap it up. I saw this on, where did I see this? Maybe it was just on 123 Stitch. I think that's where I bought it. Artful Offerings. I'm going to take this out because this is the ultra shiny, glossy, sparkly envelope that it's in. Honey Bunny sampler. Isn't that so sweet? And it looks like a chocolate bunny. I love it. And I love the very kind of gingham-ish look to the bunny. That's Artful Offerings. They sell on 123. I bought some thread. I don't know what the project, I don't even know what I bought it for. I have to search around my craft room. It's some General Art colors. And I found this one, and I think Nicole from Nicole's Needlework may have already stitched this because she is a speed stitcher, I tell you. Plus, she's focused. All Joys for Thine. This was a Blackbird release pre-market, which is great. Beautiful, beautiful. Yep. I have my Berry Club kit came in the mail. You may have seen this one on Instagram. I'm not taking this one out. Live Simply, Erica Michaels. She's a genius with the berries. And I have a lot of things that need to be finished. They're just, I need to get an afternoon to do that. I have some kits that I stitched and I can't put anything away because I'm trying to get them finished, but you know, priorities. I won, this is Stitchy Kindness. I won this on Priscilla and Chelsea's channel. Hip Hop Chockful, and this is just so stinking cute. And she also has two of her own designs on their Etsy store. I think it's Crunch and Peep. They are so cute. So I'm probably gonna eventually order those. I got this off a Stash and Load, and it was a limited edition kit through a Needlework. I mean, look how fancy that is. Certified. But it's this needle roll that you can make, and this is easy to get out, so let me just pull this out and tell you what it is. I like the weird things that nobody else has or works on or whatever. I like different things. This is by Trisha Wilson Wen. A portion of the proceeds of this kit will go to support deserving institutions for the funding, preservation, or acquisition of historic needlework. How cool is that? This is Historic Needlework Guild. I'm not sure where the guild is. If anybody knows and you want to mention it, feel free. So there's no finishing materials. It looks like the stitcher who had this probably made it and finished it. But it doesn't have, I don't see a name on here for the pattern. Oh yeah, Dutch Huswife, whatever, Huswif, limited edition 2001. Oh, so this is 100 years ago. Isn't it weird? Because I saw a meme that said, you know, 2020 is, or the year 2000 is 20 years ago, which is kind of weird because 1985 is 2 years ago, 20 years ago. You know how it feels. If you come from that generation, it feels like it was just yesterday. That's the whole point of the meme. Sorry. It's like telling a joke and missaying the punchline. All right. And then pick this up off of Stash and Load also. And Olivia B, she loves a work basket pattern, and so do I. Now this one's cute. Look at the, this one is patriotic type colors. And I think that's what drew me into this one. It's called Village. Loved it. And then I picked up Carnation Sampler by Fingerwork. And the name on this is Elizabeth Toledo. And doesn't she have the trim company, Dames of the Needle? Am I right? Really pretty Carnation Sampler. And then I also received this one, On Piece, Designs from Pamela. I mean, obscure things, right? This has a person fishing on it. I love it. And I love the blue river and the blue flowers. So I'm a blue girl too. I love blue. I picked this up from Patricia Geary. She runs the lending library and the Fans of Blackbird Designs needlework. This is one I didn't have, and it's simple, which I like. It's Mary Higby, I think. Mary Higdon is the name of this little sampler. The last one is Carolyn Braden 1801 by Threads of Gold. I don't remember where I picked this up, but I love these. And tell me, does that picture do anything for you? Because when you see this, it doesn't really do anything for me. But I can see what it would look like stitched up in a reproduction, and it'll be gorgeous. It just doesn't look that way when you look at the picture on the front. So the last one is my unicorn. And I mentioned that in Instagram story. I think Kyle Reckemeyer got on and he goes, "You gotta tell me," because he's a unicorn hunter. I mean, this was a situation of being in the right place at the right time. I picked it up off of eBay. I also blame this on Brenda. Frances Eden. And look at the houses there. Very charming sampler by Handwork Samplers. And I'm not sure, and Teresa Kinstitcher probably could talk about this. Some of the designers who produced a long time ago just stopped producing, right? Some of them have either passed away or moved away, and the status of that company's work is unknown. And I would say that I believe Teresa is trying to reach out and find some of that information out to see if we can get some of these older patterns back into production. But this one, I love the colors on this. I do. And it's got 2 houses. So, all right. Gosh, I think so Lori Textiles and I were talking about maybe doing a market video. One of her viewers asked for a collaborative video again. We've done a couple in the past, so we might do that. And I'm going to sew some project bags today and get those posted on my Instagram sale page. What else? I'm going to try and do some finishing, and we're working on a bathroom remodel. I'll be doing some tiling in the future. So that's what I'm into. And I just hope you guys have a great vacation, a great weekend. I hope you get all the things that you want from market, and we will see you not too far in the distant future. Have a great weekend. Take care.